Right. Good evening, Tarune. Okay. Now we are going to start the discussion of the paper. This is part B of the second paper, right? The very first question. The first question of part B has been given from the theme, the lesson, arithmetic provisions, right? Normally in the O-level exam paper, in most of the exams, most of the part, right? Most of the question is given from arithmetic. Little part is given from geometric provisions. But in this paper, the whole question, the entire question has been given from arithmetic provisions. Right. Now let's see what it is. It is given like this, Tarune. A competitor, a competitor participating in the program Vasanavante, right? A competitor who participates in a program which is called Vasanavante, right? Organized by a certain television channel, wins by answering 15 questions correctly. මෙයා දිනනවලු ප්‍රශ්න 15කට උත්තර දීලා නිවැරදිව. Right? This particular competitor. The prize money. P-R-I-Z-E prize means not Miller, tag. Right? The prize money tag in color of 50 rupees for the first question. For the first question, which means if the competitor gives the correct answer for the first question, then he can have 50 rupees. එයාගේ උත්තරය හරි ගියොත් first question එකට 50 rupees මෙයාට හම්බ වෙනවා. And for the 75 rupees for the second question. And 100 rupees for the third question, etc. Given for the correct answers are in an arithmetic provision. Yes, those prize money are given in arithmetic provision, right? Now I am going to write the terms of this arithmetic provision. Question number 1. If the first answer is correct, that means if the answer given for the first question is correct, then he can have 50 rupee prize. Then for the second question, if it is correct, he can have 75 rupees. In this manner, you can see these terms are in arithmetic provision. These terms are in an arithmetic provision. So tell me, Buddhi, what is the first term of this arithmetic provision? 50 rupees. Common difference be 25 rupees. So, question number 1. Find the prize money allocated. Do you know the meaning of the word allocate? What is meant by allocate? මොකද allocate කරනවා කියන්නේ? වෙන් කරනවා. Allocate කියන්නේ reserve කියන එක වෙන් කරනවා. Right. Allocated. Find the prize money allocated for the 12th question. 12th question. That means we have to find the 12th term in this provision, T12. So, first I take down first term A. A is 50 rupees. The common difference B is 75 rupees minus 50, which is 25 rupees. Is that clear? Then I write the formula for Tn. What is Tn formula today? Tn equals A plus n minus 1 times T. Then write it. Tn equals a plus n minus 1 times b. Tn means n term. N is the position. A is the first term. N is again the same position. N minus 1 times b means common difference. So, tell me, which term do we have to find now? 12th term. That means, when we find the 12th term, the value of n is 12. Therefore, T12 equals A 50 rupees plus 12 minus 1 is 11. 11 times B pute 25 rupees. Clear? Therefore, T12 equals in rupees 50 rupees plus what is 11 times 25? 11 times 5, 55. 5 remaining. 11 times 2, 22 plus 5, 27. 275. In total, it is 275 plus 50 patio, 325 rupees. If your answer is correct, you can have 3 marks for this. If the answer is correct, you can have 3 marks. උත්තරේ හරිනම් ලකුණු 4ක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Sorry, 3ක්. සමානයි. 3 marks. ලකුණු 3ක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Then number 2. That is little bit different question. එක ටිකක් වෙනස් ගන්න. Right? Out of the pattern. Pattern එකෙන් පිට අහලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? If 425 rupees has been allocated as prize money for 2 consecutive questions, which 2 questions are they? Consecutive means in a particular pattern, the terms that come after the other, they are called consecutive terms, right? That means the nearby terms, ළඟ ඉන්න terms වලුණා කියන අපි consecutive terms කියලා කියනවා. So, if 425 rupees has been allocated, රුපියල් 425 allocate කරලා තියෙනවලු, has been allocated, right? As prize money for 2 consecutive questions in this program, right? ඒ කියන්නේ ළඟ ඉන්න ප්‍රශ්න දෙක කියන්නේ 3 4 10 11 අනියෝ තේරෙනවා කියන්නේ. We have to find which questions they are. ඒ දෙන්න මොන questions දෙකද කියලා අපෙන් අහනවා. Right. Now listen. Pute, I take those 2 consecutive questions as the nth question, and tell me, if we take the first question as the nth question, what should be next? N plus 1. Then I take like this, right? The prize money. If 425 rupees has been allocated as the prize money for 2 consecutive questions, I take the first question as Tn. Then the next one must be T n plus 1. The sum of these 2 consecutive, the prize money, the sum of the prize money of these 2 consecutive questions must be 425 rupees. Is that clear with it? Now we have to write both Tn and Tn plus 1 in terms of A and B. What is Tn here? A plus n minus 1 times b, it is added Tn plus 1, a plus, and now this is n. When this is n minus 1, when it is n plus 1, n plus 1 minus 1, a plus, this is n, this is the place, we have to subtract 1 from it, n plus 1 minus 1 times b, that must be equal to 425 rupees. Is that clear so far? මේ දක්වා පැහැදිලිද? හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ මම සිංහලෙන් කියන අවශ්‍යයිද? මේ ගානේ කියන දරුවෝ if 425 rupees has been allocated රුපියල් 425ක් වෙන් කරලා තියෙනවලු allocate කියන්නේ වෙන් කරනවට 425 rupees has been allocated for two consecutive questions. ඒ කියන්නේ consecutive කියන්නේ එක ළඟ ඉන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ 10ත් එක්ක නම් 11. 8ත් එක්ක නම් 9. 20ත් එක්ක නම් 21. 15ත් එක්ක නම් 16. nth එක්ක නම් n plus 1 වෙන්න ඉපැ. If the first question is Tn, the second question must be n plus 1. Tn plus 1. Understood? So this is the nth term. Tn equals a plus n minus 1 times b. Therefore, Tn plus 1 must be first term plus, this is n now, this is the place, n plus 1 minus 1 times b. Clear? Then Patio, a plus a, 2a. Is that clear? The like terms, a plus a, 2a. Then I write like this, plus n minus 1 times b plus, never look, plus 1 minus 1 can be cancelled. Then it becomes n times b, no? Right. I can do like this also. මෙහෙම කරන්න පුළුවන්. b times n, bn, right? Or b times minus 1. You can, if you want, you can remove the brackets, but doing the calculus, that means continuing the process, right, without removing the brackets is more easier than the other, right? Therefore, I will do it without removing the brackets. Look, here b, this is also d. Then I take b outside because b has been the common factor for both this one and this one. තේරෙනවද කියනකට කියලා? මෙයක් b ගේ කෙනෙක් උදේ මෙයක් b ගේ කෙනෙක්. එතකොට then b is the highest common factor for both. Then within brackets, into the brackets, it goes n minus 1, here goes n minus 1 and here plus n. Is that clear? That is equal to 425. Furthermore, 2a plus b times n plus n to the 2n minus 1 must be equal to 425. Now you can substitute the value of a and b in this equation. What is a factor? 2 times 50. A is 50. Plus b times, what is 2n? We know d, no? We know d. අපි දන්නවා d. d is 50, sorry, 25. d is 25. d times 2n minus 1, that is 425. Then 2 times 50, 100, and that is taken to other side as minus 100. Therefore, 25 times 2n minus 1 is equal to 2 times 50, 100, taken to other side as minus 100. Is that clear so far? Then 25 times 2n minus 1 is equal to 325. Then what to do? Both sides are divisible by 25. So you can divide both sides by 25 and eliminate this 25 from the left hand side, right? Then I do it. I divide both sides by 25. 25 times 1. How many 25s are there in 100? How many 25s are there in 100? 4. 200. 4 times 2, 8. 300. 4 times 3, 12. 325. 12 plus 1, 13. 25 times 1, 25 times 13. Then 2n minus 1 is 13. 2n minus 1 is 13. Therefore, 2n must be 13. Take this minus 1 to other side as plus 1. Therefore, 2n is 14. Divide both sides by 2 and n is equal to 7. That means the first question is question number 7. Then what should be the next? 8. Answer the 7 and 8 questions. The 7 and the 8 questions. The 7 and 8 questions. If your answer is correct, you can have 4 marks for this. You got 3 marks for the first one. 3. There's 7 more remaining. No? Huh? That is 7 plus 1. No, you better take 3 marks for this. 3. Only 3 marks. If your answer is correct today, take only 3 marks for this. Okay? Or we can do like this also. Taking 2 marks for the first one and 4 marks for each number 3, 2 and 3. We better do like this. If your first answer is correct, take 2 marks. Right? Then take the marks for the remaining 2 questions equally. Right? 4 marks for each. 2, 4, 4. Then you can have 10 marks in total. Because this question is not that easy for most of the students. No, Usna, have you done this? Have you done this? No, got the answer, but there is no proper method, right? Hurry up, Darone. Right. Now we are on the last question. Question number 3, the last part of that question. So, a competitor, that means this competitor is not the competitor mentioned previously in the question. Understood? Then may arane right? Another competitor has to leave the program. Has to leave. එයාට සිද්ධ වුණාලු මොකක්ද? To leave the program. The leave කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? මේ program එකෙන් අයින් වෙන්න. මේක දාලා යන්න, right? A competitor has to leave the program if a wrong answer is given. Competitor කෙනෙකුට සිද්ධ වෙනවලු එතන කියන්නේ has to leave සිද්ධ වෙනවා මොකක්ද program එකේ ඉවත් වෙන්න if a wrong answer is given වැරදි උත්තරයක් දුන්නොත් අපිට කියනවා in this case මේ අවස්ථාවේදී එතන මෙතනදී the competitor's prize money is half the amount allocated for all the questions he has answered correctly thus far. Thus far කියන්නේ so far කියන්නේ මේ දක්වා thus far කියන්නේ ඒ දක්වා. එතෙක් එයා දුන්නු උත්තර වලට හම්බෙච්ච prize money වලින් භාගයයි හම්බෙන්නේ. එයා if he has to leave the competition right in that means on the way of the process. මේ ක්‍රියාවලිය අතරමැද යන්න වුණොත් එයාට හම්බෙන්නේ ඔක්කොම ටික හම්බෙන්නේ භාගය. තේරුම් ගියනද right. So පැත්තෝ මෙහෙම කියනවා. If a certain competitor එක්තරා competitor කෙනෙක් එක්තරා තරඟකරුවෙක් if a certain competitor had සිද්ධ වුණාලු had to leave the competition with 1,300 rupees due to not giving the correct answer to a certain question. කිසියම් ප්‍රශ්නයකට හරි උත්තරේ නොදීම නිසා මෙයා අයින් වෙනවා අතරමැදදී. හැබැයි කියක් හම් වෙනවද? How much does this competitor get? 1,300 rupees. Now tell me what is the information, the piece of information that we can get, that we can take from that 1,300. Now you know this competitor definitely has given an incorrect answer for a particular question on the way of the process. That is why he gets just only 1,300 rupees. Then that must be half of the total amount. එහෙනම් මෙන්න මේ 1,300 පුතේ මුළු ගානේ භාගයක් වෙන්න එපානේ. Then how much is the total amount that this person, that this competitor, right, must have on? එහෙනම් ඇත්තටම කීයක් හම්බෙන්න තිබ්බද? Twice as 1,300, right? Then the question today මේ මහත්මයා show that පෙන්වන්න that බව මොකක් බවද? The number of questions he answered is 40. අහන්න හරි පරිස්සමෙන් උත්තර දෙන්න ඕනේ. You have to be careful when you give the answer, right? Show that the number of questions he has answered is 40. එයා උත්තර දීපු ප්‍රශ්න ගාන කියන්නේ නැතුව හරි ගිය ප්‍රශ්න ගාන නෙවෙයි. ඒ කියන්නේ අවසානක වරදින්න එපා. Understood? If this person has answered 14 questions, the 14th one must be incorrect. හවුද නැද්ද? එහෙනම් we have to get 13 as the answer, right, in the process of solving this question. Understood? එහෙනම් අපි හොයා හදාගෙන යනකොට උත්තරේ 13 එන්න ඕනේ. මට වරදිනවා 14 වෙනි එක. තේරෙනවද මම කියන්නේ? හරි. So now you know the sum of the money is obtained by what? The sum of the first n terms in this arithmetic progression. There are two formulae to find the sum of an arithmetic progression. What are the two formulae? The first one, Sn equals n upon, don't say n divide, n upon 2 times a plus l. N upon 2 times a plus l. What is l there? Last term, right? Other formula pute Sn equals n upon 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times b. Tell me, to go through this question today, which formula has to be applied? මෙතනදී අපි කාවද apply කරන්නේ භාවිතා කරන්නේ? The second formula, because we don't know L. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ L කවුද කියන්නේ? That is why. අන්නේ නිසා. So I take Sn equals n upon 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Now you know this person has just earned 1,300 rupees, but that must be half the real amount. ඒක ඇත්ත ගානෙන් භාගයක් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Real amount must be, so this must be n upon 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times b must be 2 times 1,300 rupees. Is that clear? ඒක හැමෝටම පැහැදිලිද පුතේ? Right. Then in this process, we have to find the value of n. Then right. Then I do the cross multiplication first. Cross multiplication or I multiply both sides by 2. Right? Then what happens? This 2 disappears from this side, it appears from the other side. No? Right. Then n times at the same time, I substitute the values as well. Listen first, then take down. Okay. 2a, what is that? 2 times 50. This is 2a today on a 2a plus n minus 1 times. What is d today? 25. The common difference. That is equal to cross multiplication. 2 times 1,300, 2,600, but that should be multiplied by 2 as well. Yeah, 2 cannot multiply with no. Then n times 2 times 50, 100, then plus 25 times n darwane 25n. Plus 25 times minus 1 plus minus minus 25, that is equal to 5,200. Clear? Then you can remove the brackets, or before that, yes, n times 100 patio 100n, n times 25n plus 25 n into n, n squared minus 25n. Is that clear? Right? At the same time, I take this term to the left. As minus 5,200. Now the right hand side has nothing, which means it is 0. Now you must know what I am going to do. Then I am going to build up a quadratic equation. By solving the quadratic equation, we can find the relevant answer. Understood? Right. Then 25 n squared 100n minus 25n plus 75n minus 5,200 is equal to 0. Then divide each and every term by 25. Divide each and every term by 25. 25 times 1, 25 times 3, here 25 times 1, 25 times 2, 50 pute, 2 remaining, 2 and 0, 20, 25 times 0, then take the next 0 as well, then it becomes 200, 25 times 8. Is that clear? Then n squared plus 3n, n squared plus 3n minus 208. Minus 208 is equal to 0. What is this another? This is a quadratic equation. You have 3 methods to solve a quadratic equation as grade 11 students. First method, only if possible පුළුවන් නම් විතරක් you can use the method of factorize. Second one, by completing the square, and the third one, the method that most of the students like most. What is that? Formula. So what do you prefer? Vada asatogata. But this one can be solved easily by using the factorizing method. මේක පුළුවන් factors වලින් පහසුවෙන් හොයන්න මේ බලා ගන්න කරන හැටි. Normally පුතේ, when this kind of question is given in this part, මේ part එකේ මේ જાතිය ගානක් දෙනකොට, right, you are not expected, ඔයාලගෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ නැහැ, right, to use the other two knowledge. I mean completing the square or what formula, right? Definitely this kind of question can be solved by using the method of factorizing. මේ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම factors වලින් හොයන්න පුළුවන් ගානක්ම තමයි. Right, so what is the method, Banajan? We have to multiply these two terms, no? What is that? N squared times minus 208 minus 208 n squared. It is a negative term. Yeah, negative term. Therefore, definitely, when we write it as a product of two factors, one factor should be plus while the other one is minus. එතකොට එක්කෙනෙක් අනිවාර්යෙන් plus වෙන්න ඕන, අනිත් එක්කෙනා minus වෙන්න ඕන. Right. But the sum of the two factors has to be plus when they are of two signs. Right? For the sum to be plus, the bigger one must be plus. මේ දෙන්න ಜಾති දෙකක් වෙලා එකතු වුණාම plus වෙන්න නම් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ලොකු එක plus වෙන්නම ඕන. That is the point. ඒක තමයි point. Right? Then what are the two factors that is the biggest problem? ඒක තමයි ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නේ. කොහොමද හොයන්නේ? Because 208 is not a familiar number. මේක අපිට familiar කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි නේ ඒ වෙලාවට. In such cases, ඒ වගේ අවස්ථාවලදී දුක කැටියෝ divide that term ආඥාව බෙදන්න by its prime factors and write it as a product of prime factors. එයාව prime factors වල product එකක් ආකාරයෙන් බෙදපුවාම ඕගොල්ලන්ට පාරක් පෙන්නනවා. Right? That product shows you the path. Understood? Like this. Divisible by 2. 2 times 104. Again by 2. 2 times 52. By 2, 26. By 2, 30. As a product of prime factors, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 into 2, 16, 16 into 13, definitely 208. Now look, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 into 2, 16. 16 times 13, definitely 208. What is the difference between 16 and 13? That is understood. Therefore, the two factors are, the bigger one must be positive. Positive 16n and negative 13. Now you can find the answer. Then පුළුවන් උත්තරයට යන්න. Fine. Copy down as quickly as possible what is on the board. It seems like today we won't have enough time to discuss all the questions, but anyhow we have to do my කරන්න. 10 වුණත් කරන්න දෙන්නේ discuss කරලා යන්න වෙයි. ඉතින් දෙන්නාගේ කරපු දෙක නේ? එදාගෙන බලන්න නේ? Right. After that, උතනින් පස්සේ you have to solve that quadratic equation. On my quadratic equation එක solve කරන්න තමයි දැන් තියෙන්නේ. Like this. N square instead of positive 3n, now you can write these two. 16 plus 16n minus 13n minus 208 equals 0. Right, now split the four terms into two parts. The highest common factor of the first pair, n times n plus 16, then write it again within brackets over here, leaving some space here to write the other required term. Then this must be minus 13 equals 0. Therefore, the factors are n plus 16, n minus 13. That is equal to 0. The product of these two parts has been 0. Then our logical point is that either n plus 16 must be 0 or n minus 13 must be 0. Then if n plus 16 is equal to 0, what should be n here? Minus 16. Can n ever take a negative value? n ට කවදාවත් negative කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්ද? No, never. n means a place value. A place value can never ever be negative. එයා කවදාවත් negative වෙන්න බෑ. Then here n must be negative 16 if n minus 13 is equal to 0. N is equal to 13. Can n be 13? Yes. Then which means this competitor has answered 13 questions accurately, but in the 14th one he has gone wrong. එහෙනම් එයා අන්තිම එකේ තමයි he has got wrong. එයා වරද්දගෙන තියෙන්නේ. Understood? Therefore, answer he has answered 14 questions. He has answered 14 questions. We got more than 30 minutes for that question. විනාඩි 30කට වඩා ගියා ඒ ගාන. The next one is the mensuration question. Mensuration right? Right. The required formulae are given in the paper itself. අවශ්‍ය කරන ෆෝමියුලේ පේපර් එකේම තියෙනවා. Okay. This is the question today, Menaga. Tell me what are the two solids you can see in the paper? First one, a triangular prism. The other one, a right circular cone. This is the given description, right? The above figure shows a solid metal right prism with a right triangular cross section. Yes. This is that given triangular prism which has a right angle triangular cross section. Right. This is the prism. We are given the measurements of this prism today. The length of these two sides, this side, this edge 2A, and that of this edge 3A, and length of the prism is given to be 8A. Is that so? Right. And this is the given right circular cone. Right circular cone. It has a circular base. Sorry. The radius of the circular base is given to be 2r, and the height is denoted by h. Right. The above figure shows a solid metal right prism with a right angle triangular cross section and a solid right circular cone. Their measurements have been given in the figure in the same units. මේ දෙකොල්ලම ඉන්නවා කියන්නේ පුතේ එකම units වලින්. Right? If the measurements of the prism are given in centimeters, these are also in the same. If these are in meters, these are also the same. That is what it means. Okay? Right. So that the solid cone with base radius 2r and height h. This cone, right, is made. මෙයා තමයි හදන්නේ. In passive voice is made. මෙයා හදනවා. කාගෙන්ද පුතේ? With the metal that is obtained by melting the prism. මෙයාව හදනවලු. මෙයාව melt කරලා ලබා ගන්න metal වලින්. Without base state. ඒ කියන්නේ අපදයාමක් වෙලා නැහැ කියලා කියන්නේ. Normally when we melt something, definitely there will be a base stage, but in this question you have to assume there is no base stage. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් base stage එකක් වෙනවා. නේද? Because some solid can vapor go out as vapors, no? නේද? vapors යන්න පුළුවන්, වාෂ්ප වල යන්න පුළුවන් නේද? right. මම මෙතන හැබැයි හිතන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. එහෙම දෙයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. Understood? Right. So this is what you have to show first. Show that when the height of the cone is 15 centimeters. When මෙයා 15 වෙනකොට, when the height of the cone is 15 centimeters, r squared is equal to 6a cubed upon 5pi. That is what you have to show. Fine. Very simple question. The only point you have to focus on. ඔයාට අවධානය දෙන්න තියෙන එකම කරුණ මොකද්ද? The two volumes must be equal. ඔය volumes දෙක සමාන වෙන්නයි ඇයි ඒ? මෙයාගෙන් නම් මෙයා හදන්නේ මෙයා ගාව තිබ්බ volume එක මෙයා ගාව ඒ පිටින්ම ඉන්න ඕන. If this is made exactly from this one, the whole volume this had must be here in this solid. Clear? Right. So what is the volume of a right circular cone factor? 1/3 into area of the base pi r square, but this is not r, this is 2r. Therefore, 1 upon 3 times pi 2r squared into perpendicular height. Clear? That must be equal to how to find volume of a prism. The method of finding the volume of any kind of prism is common. ඕනම ජාතියක prism එකක volume හොයන ක්‍රමය common. What is the prism පුතේ? මොකද prism එකක් කියන්නේ? Any solid ඕනෑම solid දෙක which has a uniform cross section. Uniform cross section එකක් තියෙන ඕනෑම එකේ prism එකක්. So this has this uniform cross section which is triangular shape. What about cylinder? Cylinder also prism. Cylinder කියන්නේ prism එකක්. It has a circular cross section. එයාට ඉන්නේ circular cross section එකක්. Cube is a solid, prism. It has a sphere cross section. Then cuboid also a prism. It has a rectangular shape cross section. So the method is common. What's the method? Find the area of the uniform cross section. Then ඊට පස්සේ that should be multiplied by the length that cross section exists. ඊට පස්සේ cross section එක පවතින exist වෙන දිගෙන් multiply කරන්න. තමයි ඔයාලට පේනවද පුතේ? මෙන්න මේ cross section එක දැන් හිතන්නකෝ. හිතින් මවා ගන්න මේ වගේ කේක් කෑල්ලක්. Just imagine a piece of cake like this. If you cut this piece of cake into slices parallel to this cross section. ඔයා කපනවා මෙන්න මේක මෙන්න මෙයාට parallel slices වලට. හම්බෙන්නේ හැමෝම එක වගේ නේද? That is why we call this cross section is uniform. අන්න ඒ නිසා කියන්නේ මුට අපි අමුගාවේ ඉන්න uniform cross section එක. ඒ වගේ slices කොච්චර දිග කපන්න පුළුවන්ද? 8 අන්න. That is the length that cross section exists. අන්න again multiply කරා. So how to find? කොහොමද හොයන්නේ? Area of a triangle. Half into base into perpendicular height. Half into base 2a into perpendicular height 3a. That must be multiplied by 8a as well. Then 3 times 1, 3 times 5, 15. Then here pi into 2 squared 4 r squared into 5 is equal to 2 times 1, 2 times 1. 8 times 3, 24. A into A put A cube. Clear? Now you can divide both sides by pi times 4 times 5 because we want r squared alone on the left. We should eliminate pi, 4 and 5. Then divide other side also by pi, 4 and 5. Pi, 4, 5. Pi times 1 can be cancelled. 4 times 1, 5 times 1. R squared gets isolated on the left hand side. That is equal to 20. Look. 4 times 1, 4 times 6, 24. Then 6a cube. 6a cube upon 5 pi. 5 pi. Is this what you are asked to show? Yes. So you can have 5 marks if this is correct. ලකුණු 5ක් ගන්න පුළුවන් ඒක හරියනම්. Then by taking pi equals 3.14 and using the logarithms table, find the value of r square when a is equal to 4.55 centimeters and hence find the radius of the cone. Today in the paper, cube has been mistyped as a square, but you should be able to understand that it must be a mistake when you solve the question. Then, ඒවා mistake බව තමයි දැනෙන්න ඕන. නම් මේ mistake එක තමයි වරද ගන්නවා. Right? ඒක වරදින් බේරනවා නේ. තමයි දැනෙන්නේ. Right. Now we have to find r squared by using logarithms table. Then අපි log වලට යන්න. දැන් log දැන් මොනවා වුණානේ? හරි. What is r squared factor? R squared equals 6. What is a factor? A is given to be 4.55. 6 times 4.55 cubed upon then 5 pi. 5 times 3.14. Clear? Now take logarithm of both sides. Then දෙපැත්තම ගන්න කවුද අපි? log. LG r squared is equal to LG 6 times 4.55 cubed upon 5 times 3.14. Then these two are in the numerator while these two are in the denominator. These two logarithms must be plus, these two logarithms must be minus. LG6, there is an index, then plus, take index first, then 3 times LG, 4.55. In the denominator, therefore, minus LG5, minus LG 3.14. Clear so far? Right. Now decide the characteristics of the logarithms first. Here 6 means 6.00. 6 කියන්නේ කවුද? 6.6. One digit on the whole number side. Characteristics 0 point. And characteristic is 0. Then I am not writing the mantissa yet. 3 times. Here also 4. Only one digit on the whole number side. Characteristic 0. Minus only one digit 0 point. Minus one digit 0 point. Now decide the mantissas. Then mantissas decide කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. What is 60? 60 බිංදුව 7782. Then 45 5 65 6580. 50 0 500 69 90. Here 31 4 49 69. Now equals 0.7782 plus 3 times 0 0, 3 times 8 24, 3 times 5 15 to 17, 3 times 6 18, plus 1 19, here 1, clear? And here both are minus, no? You can add 0, 9, 9, 9, 6, 15, 9, 9, 18, 1, 19, 6, 4, 10, 1, 11 and 1, clear? Then these two positive, 2, 0, 2, 8, 4, 12, 7, 7, 14, 1, 15, 9, 7, 16, 1, 17, 1, 1, 2, minus 1.1951. Therefore, LGR square is equal to take 1, 12, 9, 3. Here now 1, take 1, 11, 5, 6. Now here 4, take 1, 14, 9, 5. Now here 6, 1, 2, 1, 1. Correct? Therefore, what is R squared to take? R squared must be anti-logarithm of this 1.5563. 1.5563. Therefore, what is R squared? Find the location of this mantissa in the log tables. 36, 0. 36, 0. But now use the characteristic. That is 1. That means there should be 2 digits on the whole number part. 1, 2. Therefore, R squared is 36. R squared is 36. Therefore, the radius is the positive square root of 36, which means 6. 6 centimeters. 5 marks. Right. Next one today. That is the stat question, no? Right. Now you have to make out your weak, that means weak points, right? When we discuss these answers, you have to identify your weaknesses, right? In which for which questions you are clever, you are good at, and for which questions you are bad. Understood? On the other hand, you can recollect if something you have forgotten. No? අමතක වෙච්ච දේවල් මතක් කරගන්න සහ තමන්ට බැරි දේවල් දැන් හඳුන ගන්න සහ ඒ ටික හරි ගස්ස ගන්න වෙනවා. Right. A stat question. It goes like this. The frequency distribution of the number of trips made during a day by 40 vehicles of the same type transporting soil to the construction site of a expressway is given below, right? The frequency distribution means a globe data collection. අපි frequency distribution එක කාටද පුතේ? A group data collection එක. තේරුණාද? of the number of trips කියන්නේ ගමන් මාර්ගය number of trips made කවුද මේ ගමන් මාර්ගය ගිහින් තියෙන්නේ during a day එක දවසක් තුල by 40 vehicles of the same type එකම ජාතියේ වාහන 40ක් තමයි ගිහින් තියෙන්නේ right මෙයා මොකද කරන්නේ transport කරන soil to the construction site. Pastama megalo transport and soil තේරුණාද construction site එකට of expressway is given below. Expressway කියන්නේ highway කියන්නේ class interval that means the number of trips 4 to 8 9 to 13 in that manner. The last one is 34 to 38. Then the frequency also given. Frequency means the number of vehicles, right? Then class interval 4 to 8. Class interval means number of trips. Number of trips. ගමන් වාර ගණන 4 to 8. Then 9 to 13, then 14 to 18, 19 to 23, 24 to 28, 29 to 33, 34 to 38. Then the frequency, number of vehicles. Number of vehicles. That is the frequency. They are given to be 2, 3, 5, 8. 2, 3, 5, 8, 15, 5, 2. 15, 5, 2. Right. Now look, in this question, you are not assigned. ඕගොල්ලන්ට assign කරන්නේ පවරන්නේ. You are not instructed. ඔයාලට instruct කරන්නේ නැහැ, උපදෙස් දෙන්නේ නැහැ to use what formula you have to use. කොයි formula එකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ use කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා කියන්නේ නැහැ. Therefore, you have the freedom to select the most suitable formula for this situation. Tell me, according to the mid values of these classes, what is the most appropriate formula? There are two formulae. First one, mean equals sigma fx upon sigma f. Second one, mean equals a plus. A means assume mean plus sigma fd upon sigma f. A plus sigma fd upon sigma f. A is assume mean. Sigma fd upon sigma f means the mean deviation. This is called mean deviation. Right? So what is the most appropriate one? First one. Why? Because this formula is very, very useful. It saves time when the mid values of the classes are decimals. මෙයා හරි ලේසි කරනවා අපිට ගන්න classes mid values decimals වෙලා. When the mid values are whole numbers, the other way is the way I recommend. Right? මම recommend කරන්නේ අනිත් ක්‍රමය mid values එන්න නැත්නම් ඒ ක්‍රමය අමාරු නෑ ලේසි පොඩ්ඩක් තව පියවරක් දෙකක් ලියන ඉතරයි. Then mid value x. X means mid value. Four plus 8. That is the method of getting the mid value. Add the upper value to the lower value. 4 plus 8, 12. Half of 12, 6. 9 plus 13, 22, half, 11. 6, 5, 11. 11, 5, 16. 16, 5, 21. 21, 5, 26, 5, 31, 5, 36. Are they the mean values? Yes. Now, fx. 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 2 times 6, 12. 3 times 11, 30. 3. 5 times 16, 80. 8 times 21, 168. 15 times 26, 15 times 6, 90. 15 times 2, 30 plus 9, 39. 5 times 31, 100. 55. 2 times 36, 72. Now take sigma fx. What is sigma fx? 910. 910. What is sigma f? 40. Right. Question number 1. How many vehicles made more than 33 trips transporting soil? බස් ප්‍රවාහනය කරමින් වාහන කීයක් trips 33ට වඩා ගිහින් තියෙනවද? 33 trips, only 2 vehicles. වාහන දෙකයි. Answer 2 නේ. මේ ඇවිල්ලා number of trips. Maximum 8, maximum 13, 18, 20, 28, 33. More than 33, only 2 vehicles. Understood? Answer 2 vehicles. 2 vehicles. Number 2. Find the mean number of trips that a vehicle makes during a day transporting soil to the nearest whole number. So divide Roman number 2 sigma fx upon sigma f. 910 upon 40, cut 0 and 0, divide 91 by 4. 4 times 2, 8, 11, 4 times 2, 8, 3 remaining, then take a 0, 4 times 7 and 5. Am I correct? To the nearest whole number today, 23. 23 trips. වාර 23ක් ගිහින් තියෙනවා එක වාහනයක් සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. එතනද each vehicle has gone 23 trips, has made 23 trips as a mean, average, approximately. Understood? Right. Then each vehicle can carry 4 cubes of soil. එක වාහනයකට අරයි යන්න පුළුවන්ලු 4 cubes of soil per trip. එක වාරයකදී කියද්ද 4 cubes. Cubes 4. If the price of one cube of soil is 2000 rupees, what is the expected cost of the soil that is transported during a day by one vehicle? Right. One vehicle makes 23 trips approximately. එක වාහනයක් දල වශයෙන් ආසන්න වශයෙන් trips 23ක් යනවා පුතේ. එහෙනම් in each trip it carries 4 cubes. Then multiply this by 4. Roman number 3. Multiply 23 by 4. Because at each trip it carries 4 cubes. But the price of a cube is how much? 2000 rupees. Multiply this by 2000 rupees. How much? 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 2, 16. 18 and 1, 2, 3. Am I correct? 184,000 rupees. What other number? 2 times 4, 8. 8 times 3, 24. Then 2 remaining. 8 times 2, 16 to 80. 184,000 rupees. 184,000 rupees. Then the engineer states, or states can be ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා කියන verb එක. State වල meanings ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. States has several meanings. Right, one of the meanings is ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා, express කරනවා, ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. The engineer states that ඔතන since කියන්නේ බැවින් කියන්න. તો පටන් ඉඳන් කියන්න නෙමෙයි. The engineer states that since all the above vehicles would have to be used for 2 days to transport the soil required for a length of 100 meters of the highway, the cost of the soil for this would exceed can equal 14 million rupees. The engineer states that since all the above vehicles would have to be used for 2 days, not for 1 day, to transport the soil required for a length of 100 meters. Tell me, is that value 100 meter length? Is that useful for this question? No, it is not a useful data. Understood? Not a piece of information useful for the question. Right. Okay. We have to show that it exceeds 14 million rupees. Right. Now we know the number of trips made by one vehicle. How many vehicles are there? 40 vehicles. So if you multiply, look, what is this fx? Fx means the number of trips made by all the vehicles. මේ නමසිදායම වද පුතේ මේ තමයි vehicles සේරම කියපු trips ගන්න. හවුද? Then you can use it. ඔයාලා ඒකෙන් යන්න පුළුවන්. But per day එක දවසකට okay this is the total number of trips made by 40 vehicles. Understood? 910 trips. ඔක්කොම ගමන් වාර 910ක් ගිහින් කියලා මේ වාහන 40. 30 එක දවසට. Right? In each trip they carry 4 cubes. Right? Each day එක දවසට. But the price, the cost of 1 cube is 2,000 rupees per day. But in the question, you have to find the answer for 2 days. Multiplied by 2. Answer comes in rupees. Look. 2 times 4. 8 times 2. 16. Multiply 16 by 91. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 zeros must be at the end. Clear? 6 here. 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 9, 54. 1, 9. 6, 5, 40. Here 6. Here 5. Here 4, 1. Is that statement true, Petro? Yes. More than 14 million. Got it? 14 million ට වඩා යනවා. You can write 14,560,000 is greater than 14 million. Clear? පැහැදිලිද? right. Number 12. That is the first one of the two geometric questions. Geometric questions දෙකේ පළවෙනි එක. ගොඩක් වෙලා යන්නේ බය වෙන්න එපා. Right. We are given this diagram. මෙන්න මෙයා දෙන්න. What does this look like, Petto? This is a quadrilateral. It little bit looks like a trapezium, but still we don't know whether it is a trapezium or not. Right. A, B, C, D. In the quadrilateral ABCD shown in the figure, the points E and F lie on the side CD such that CE equals EF equals FD. CE equals EF equals CE EF FD. This is how the 2 points E and F lie on the side CD. Clear? Right. Then put the points E and F lie on the side CD, right? Okay. AF and BE. AF. AF. This is AF. And this is BE. AF and BE produce. දික් කරපුවාම AF and BE produce. දික් කරපු AF සහ BE. So we have to produce them straight. දික් කරන්නේ straight were, right? You have to produce these two straight. Then AF and BE produced meet at G. Meet at G. This is G. Okay, the point of intersection. Meet at G such that AF equals FD. This such that කියන්නේ ඒ ඊළඟට කියන කාරණේ සිද්ධ වෙන පරිදි. Such that කියන ඒ application එක. So that කියලා කියනවා. So that දැම්මොත් ඊළඟේ verb එකක් එන්න ඕනේ. verbs නැතුව නම් ඉන්නේ such that තමයි දාන්නේ. තේරුණාද? හරි. වෙනවා කියන මොකද්ද පැත්තෝ? Such that AF, this is AF is equal to FG. FG. AF is equal to FG and BE EG. This is BE that is equal to EG, which means F and E are the midpoints of AG and BG. Clear? Right. Sketch a figure with this information. Darwane, some students have that means some kind of bad understanding. They think the diagram is not compulsory to be drawn in your answer sheet. සමහරව හිතනවා මේ diagram එක අඳින්න ඕනේ නෑ මම. ඒක page එකේ තියෙනවා. ඒක දිහා බලාගෙන මට පුළුවන්. But drawing the diagram in your answer sheet is compulsory. Remember. මතක තියාගන්න diagram එක ඇඳීම අනිවාර්යයි. In most of the examinations, you are awarded 2 marks for drawing the diagram and entering the correct information to the diagram. ගාන ඒ ළමයා සම්පූර්ණ වැරද්දුවත් රූපේ ඇඳලා දෙන information ටික enter කරනකොට ලකුණු දෙකක් දුන්නු අවස්ථා තියෙනවා. දැන් මෝඩ වෙන්න එපා. ගොඩාක් ළමයි මේ වැඩේ කරන්නේ නැහැ. Most of the students do not do this. We know it by our experience. Right? එහෙම වෙන්න එපා. හොඳේ හරි. So show that BCGF and ABCF are parallelograms and that they are equal in area, right? BCGF, BCG, this is G, BCGF. So you have to join B to F. Very simple, very simple. Very simple. Tell me what is the reason? What is the reason why BCGF is a parallelogram? Tell me what are the things, what are the points that we have got to show that a particular quadrilateral is a parallelogram? By showing that opposite sides are parallel, by showing that opposite sides are equal, by showing that opposite angles are equal, by showing that only one pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel. Last one, by showing that diagonals bisect each other. Here look, BE is equal to EG given, FE is equal to EC given. Therefore, no doubt this is a parallelogram. Harimalesi SPM 10 another. But you must write these things. Data. Data right? It is up to you. Then to prove that, write that also. I am doing only the proof. Proof with the right. Very simple. You can say BE is equal to EG. That is given. Theater. FE is equal to EC. That is also given. Therefore, in BCGF, the diagonals bisect each other. Therefore, BCGF is a parallelogram. Paper one turn outside time පුළුවන් ඒක දුවල කැන්නේ ඒක සාමාන්‍ය දෙල්ලයි මාකි නැතිව ගොඩනගන්නේ ඔන්න ඒක හරිනේ. Next one, how to show that AB other one is put ABCF. How to show that this is a parallelogram? Look, never. You can say in triangle ABG. Look at the triangle ABG. Look, F is midpoint, E is midpoint. Then what comes to your mind? Midpoint here. The straight line joining the midpoints of two sides in a triangle is parallel to the remaining side. And you can say F and E are the midpoints. F and E are the midpoints of target AG and BG. Now we can say therefore FC, FE, no? Therefore FE is parallel to AB. Midpoint theorem. Clear? Therefore you can say in ABCF, මෙන්න මේ ABCF now look, I can say this line is parallel to this. AB is parallel to FC. Is that clear? Why? Because FE parallel AB. Because FE parallel AB. Clear? Then what about this? I say AF equals BC. AF parallel to BC. Is that true? Yes, because we have already proven that this is a parallelogram. This line is parallel to this line. Okay? Reason FG is parallel to BC. Reason FG parallel to BC. It is enough now, no? Opposite sides are parallel. Now you can say therefore ABCF. ABCF is a parallelogram. We have 5 more minutes. Come on, the last question is the most difficult question in the paper. In this question also you have to write, draw the diagram first, enter the data to the diagram. Right. There is one more part. You have to prove that those two parallelograms are equal in area. Very simple. You can say they are equal in area. Why? On the same base BC. Parallelogram BCGF. BCGF, right? Area of BCGF is equal to area of ABCF. Reason? I am not saying it. on the same base BC and between the same parallel lines BC and AG. When the base, the common base on the same base BC and between the same parallel lines BC and AG. Right. Now the last one. Actually, for the last question, you can find the answer, you can prove it, right, without using these perpendiculars and the diameters. Understood? That perpendicular is actually not useful because now you are in grade 11, right? By now you have done the lesson cyclic quadrilaterals, right? Even without cyclic quadrilaterals you can do this. Cyclic නැතුව ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. මේ බලන්න. Right. This is the circle, online circle, right? This is a diameter. When we make a diameter, this is the center of it, right? Here goes a chord, goes a chord, goes a chord, and a chord. And I have to take the other chord here because we are given that this is perpendicular, but without using that piece of information, I am going to show you. And then open it to grandmother. O AB. This is L, not useful. This is Q, and this is P. We are given that this angle is X. Let me solve this problem even without the knowledge of cyclic quadrilaterals A, B, C. Right? What about you? This is given to be X, no? X ne? This is given to be X, right? You know that these two line segments are equal. Do you agree? Because this is the center, radius. Then we are given that this is perpendicular. Therefore, what comes to your mind now? If this is perpendicular, one of the theorems you learned in grade 10 syllabus in the lesson, angles in a circle. The perpendicular drawn from a center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. Right? Then midpoint. Therefore, these two lines are parallel. So, if this is X, this angle X. If this is X, this angle 180 minus X. You have to join these two. May then now join කරගන්න. එව්වා කියන්නේ හැමදේම දෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Everything is not given. හැමදේම දුන්න වැඩක් නැහැ. Now look, this is the diameter of the then this angle is a right angle. Right. This angle is subtended by the arc PQ at the center. Do you agree? the same arc subtends this angle on the other arc. Then, if this is 180 minus x, how much is this? Half of this. This must be 180 minus x upon 2. Understood? Therefore, AQP, angle AQP is equal to 90 plus 90 plus 180 minus x upon 2. 90 plus 180 minus x upon 2. 90 plus half of 180, 90 minus x upon 2. 90 plus 90, 180 minus x upon 2. Clear? You have to give the reason why AQB is 9. AQB is 90. Reason here, angle in a semicircle. Angle in a semicircle. Then angle BQP equals BOP upon 2. Write the reason. The angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by the same arc on the other arc. Therefore, that is equal to 180 minus x upon 2. Then go to this. Clear, Pute? That is the end of the paper. Okay, paper.